Well, I've finally been able to get back out to the mountain. Got the second wind turbine here. It'll be awesome to get it up. In my last video, put one up, I was by myself. It was hard, but today I've got a little bit of help. So my friend Les is here. We're setting up to tomorrow to go on a expedition on checking out an old mine. And since he was here, he offered to help me put it up, so we're gonna go up right now. So he's got a really nice seat because unfortunately for him, well, maybe not, his passenger seat is full up of plate steel.
This is going to be very interesting. Do not try this at home.
So he's gonna ride right here. He goes, all right, hop up in there. This is gonna be his brown trousers time because nothing, this all wants to fall apart.
You ever heard of extreme sport called surfing the mountain?
He's gonna be riding on that. Okay, I'll try to take it easy, all right?
All righty.
So let me hop in.
Won't be the first time.
Yeah. All right, time to start the beast. And it is grumpy today. Okay, we made it to the top. This thing kept wanting to go in a second gear, and I kept having to slam it down in the first. So what do you think?
So every time I grab something to hold on to, and it's hot from sitting in the sun, so now I'm looking for any place to jump out of the truck in case it goes off the cliff with Alan.
Oh, you know what?
Adrenaline rush.
I'm sorry, Les. I meant to tell you I had these gloves for you.
Yeah, thanks. That helps now.
Well, you're gonna need them anyway, so.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So, hang on a sec. you doing?
Oh, wrong way. All right, now you gotta go down and hook it up. All right, turn it off now. Be here soon. Well, with my friend Les here, this time I didn't make any real mistakes. We got it up. So what do you think about how I used the way I got it up here?
So technically what we did was we winched it and then walked it up over the wall, which is hairball crazy.
And all
and
with these ratchet straps.
He did the first one by himself, and that was hard with two people.
Yeah, and it's amazing what you can do with ratchet straps. So basically, with the winch, did the main height lifting, but then when it got down to the point the winch can't hold the weight, we just used the ratchet straps to get it up. And once we got this up a little bit higher than the angle metal, then we were able to kick the winch back on and just pull on the straps, and it would pull it right back on. But the winch isn't strong enough to do it itself over that corner because we're just pulling over a sharp corner. But ratchet straps are very handy. I mean, all the big steel I-beams, a lot of them, I just had several of these ratchet straps and I'd alternate back and forth between them, sliding them up. So we got it up here on the top of this section of the roof, but we got another level we got to get it up to. Today, I don't think I'm gonna be putting it, actually installing it in the wall. We just need to get it up there because, like in the other video, I had an A-frame set up and I just lift it up and then drop it down in. So actually getting in the wall is much easier. That's
a better idea, A-frame.
Yeah. Here I really don't have a really good place for an A-frame without a major build of an A-frame. Mm-hmm. There's just, yeah, to try to get this up over there is more. But when I'm like up next, because my A-frame up there in the last video, I'm not pulling sideways or anything. I'm pulling just straight up and then moving it over 8 inches and down. Trying to move anything over more on an A-frame, I have to use a lot more beefy wood and stuff, and it'll take like a day to build an A-frame, and didn't feel like doing that. So
it worked.
It worked. All right, so we just need to get it up there, and then we'll be done for today. Well, with Les's help, we got the second turbine frame up here, but the day is coming to an end, so we're not going to put it in the wall, especially since I haven't gotten the concrete right there. And we got to get set up for going to a mine for tomorrow.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So what do you think of getting it all up here in a conclusion?
No comment.
No comment.
Straps, crazy.
Yeah, fun with ratchet strap. Yeah, we getting it up to this the upper level. All we used was 2 ratchet straps and a piece of chain. I would really have liked 3 ratchet straps, but I don't know where the 3rd ratchet strap is. So we had the chain is sort of holding the bottom from sliding. Didn't really seem to be needed, but we got it.
It worked.
So now we're gonna see what else we need to do. Today it's going to be pretty awesome. I am going to do something that I haven't done before. Yesterday I did a little bit of stuff putting block up, and also yesterday I did a little bit of looking for that treasure, but to no avail. actually reading through it, it could be like anywhere. But today it's sort of a turning point. It's gonna be really cool because I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to actually putting in one of the window frames, but I'm gonna grab my jig out of this window frame right here. It's a little stuck. And I'm gonna take it up to the mountain, to the fortress, because I've already got the second wind turbine frame installed and a bunch of block around it, but I still need to put block up there. And I also have enough to put in 2 window frames. I have one shutter that is completed with all the hinge pieces. There's a bunch more shutters right here, but I have to weld the hinges to them. And let's see, I also have even more frame pieces here. So there's enough to do like 4.5, I think about 4.5 window frames. So I just had to stop by and pick up my jig to take up there, and then I can look at starting to put in the window frames. Well, I'm gonna pull that out, load it in the car, and then head back up to the fortress. I'm finally up here at the top. I brought up the jig and started to look through and realized, well, you can see I've got part of the frame in here. It fits in the bottom nice, but it's sticking up. Got the concrete is just up a little bit, and then on the upper form, there's a little bit of that needs to be ground off. But then I realized I don't have my 2 9-inch side grinders anymore, or my masonry grinding discs, the big 90-degree ones. So I'm sort of stuck. That means I'm gonna have to hold off on doing this on this video. And this next week, probably make a stop down to MPS, see if they've got some of those big masonry grinding wheels, and then try to find me a 9-inch grinder. I do have one 9-inch grinder, but the handle's broken and I need to have it repaired. And the problem is it's the plastic that's broken, so I don't know if I can actually glue the plastic or not. So it's a nice Black & Decker professional, but one day it was like in the middle of winter, I was moving some stuff and it fell off the little shelf and hit that thing and just snapped that plastic. Plastic will break when it's that cold. So sort of a little stuck right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and see what block I'm going to put in today. So today will be pretty much for block and to show you where we are on the wind turbines. Took a little help. I had a friend help me bring up the second wind turbine a while ago. So it's in place. We got both. This one's a north-south facing, and this is an east-west. So if the wind's basically going true east-west, only this one will run and that one won't. But in truth, they will still both run. One will just put out more power than the other. I've got the block right up to the base. There's going to be, basically I'm done. I just have one set of beam block that'll go across. This has got to come up a little bit, and these walls got to come up a little bit. So we'll get this in. Hopefully I'll have all that in mostly today, and then I'll work right in this area here probably, and here, and just build it up. I don't know if I have to, I was thinking I was going to go the same height up, but I think I might not go as high here because this has to just hold the solar panels, but it does look like the angle for the solar panels does bring me back up, and that's why I decided originally to go the same height around. So I will just keep getting this block put up, and once I get to the last level, I'll put this beam block, bond beam block up there to tie it together with rebar. So, well, just get some more concrete and, mortar. And I don't know if I've mentioned before, I use a mortar spec mix type S. I like spec mix and I like type S. The last one I got from Sparks was not spec mix brand, but I was really surprised. It was working just as good. So get this done, and it's a hot day today, and hopefully I'm just gonna have to keep throwing water on me as I'm working all through the day. Well, I might as well get all this stuff ready and start working. One thing I want to say is I don't think I've probably shown it, is a lot of times I have to cut the block, and the stores sell this bond beam block, but they don't have like a corner block. I'm sure that they make them, but like when you go to Home Depot, they don't have them, and you try to run off to some place and special get them, you know, special order them or something. Not really worth it. I used to try cutting it with these abrasion discs years ago, and they worked okay, but they wore out quick. But now I got, it's been for quite a few years now, I've been using these diamond blades, and they're like totally awesome. It makes like cutting that just like cutting through butter. So show me cutting that, not that interesting, but if you didn't realize they were available, maybe this will help you out, because I just use the Skill Saw 15 amp. This one's got a steel here. It handles better than the plastic, and it also has a little more power. Really love this thing. So I had another skill saw, but the bearing went out and I just hadn't fixed it, but I don't think I have it anymore. But anyway, let's get it set up, do some cutting. You can just see how fast it was to cut that, and that gives me a bond beam block. I use all my bond beam blocks with the cutout above, and then I'll lay my rebar on it right here. So I got the one, and that's for that upper corner right there, and I'll probably have to make an end one here where I keep the end but then cut two pieces, but I'm not really sure yet if I have to do it on a full 16-inch long or an 18-inch long. And then just keep working on these till I get up to it. Whew. So today was really hot. Checked with a friend, and he says that he has a thermometer that down in Grantsville in the shade. He said it was 105 there. I don't know how hot it was up here. It was pretty hot, and when the wind wasn't blowing, it was stifling. I kept dumping water over me to keep cool. There's a little breeze now, and it's starting to cool down, but I still got a few other things to do, some errands to run, so I'm gonna stop working on the Fortress. I got those blocks there, got it ready for the last line up there, but I still got this little bit to do over here. I put some more block in, another row in, but it was so hot that I'd do a little bit and then have to go out, get in the shade. So I am really appreciating all the views of my videos. Been like before, not that much interesting stuff. I mean, I've checked on a few things like the treasure, and I did go and check some abandoned mines. I'm gonna try to put that video up, because found a very, very old mine, and deep inside was like a pool of what looked like blood, but it's really just sort of blood red pool of water in the back that had flooded in, and it was creepy. And that place hadn't been like seen for a long time. All the miners stuff was still left in it, but in order to get to it, you had to go through a tiny hole and rappel down, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and please subscribe and hit the like button and the notifications, and I really appreciate it, and I will see you again on the next video.